Hey guys, PepperAmmy here. This week we are making something that's been stuck in my head for around a week, and that is banana jam. Now when I think of jams, I think of fruit like berries or citruses, not bananas. Now the bananas you use are up to you, but the older bananas will taste better up to a certain point, and the green bananas will taste a lot more bitter as they will retain the flavour they have at the time of cooking. Now you want to mix together 120 ml of water with 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Now this can be either fresh or bottled. And then in a suitable pot that's not too big, you want to add 4 peeled bananas. Now if you're using powdered pectin, you want to add in 1 tablespoon here, or if you are like me using sugar that's got pectin already in it, you can add it later. Now you want to add the water to the bananas and start to mash. Now if you want this to be a really smooth texture, you could always pre-blend using a blender or food processor. Then you want to turn on the heat and cook on high whilst mashing the bananas. You want to bring the mixture to a boil. This can take anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes. And you want to be careful as this boils, as it is a thick mixture and will form large bubbles that will shoot little bits of molten banana around the kitchen. Now if you are afraid of burning the bottom as well, you can also reduce the heat. It will just take a little bit longer to get up to temperature, and then stir occasionally whilst boiling to prevent it catching on the bottom. Now once the mixture is boiling, you can add in 400 grams of white or jam sugar. Now of course you only want to use the jam sugar if you're not using powdered pectin. Now I also added in some vanilla sugar and then gave it a stir to combine. And then optionally you can attach a thermometer to your pot. Now bring the mixture back up to a boil and the sugar should have dissolved by now. Now you want to aim for the jam temperature of 104 degrees Celsius or 220 Fahrenheit. And that's when it should be done. Now I personally had a really hard time getting the banana temperature up above 85 degrees Celsius. So the other option you have is to do a set test using something cold, like a chilled plate. Now as this was improvised for me, as I assumed it would just go up to the jam temperature, but it didn't, I grabbed a can of cider out of the fridge and just placed a dollop of the jam on the side of the can, and then just saw if it set up, and it set almost immediately. Once up to temperature, or you've done the set test, you want to turn off the heat and stir as the banana jam cools and stops boiling slightly. And here you can also add in vanilla extract, cinnamon, or anything else you wish. Now I chose not to add anything like cinnamon, otherwise it was going to take away from the yellow colouring, but I did decide to add in a little bit of yellow food colouring just to make it a bit brighter and play a bit more on the banana side. Then you want to let your jam cool down slightly in the pot. Then once cooled slightly, transfer to clean sterile jars or another container that is suitable for jam storage and chill until set. Now this can take around 4 hours to overnight if you wish, and mine was a lot thicker, so I think it set a lot quicker, but I just let mine chill in the fridge overnight anyway. And there you have it, banana jam. Now you can serve this on toast or top porridge, or use it any way that you would for a normal berry jam. Now this is a sweet jam, and I think the sweetness really amped up the flavour of the bananas, and in my opinion it has no right being this good. But as I did boil mine for a lot longer, I did end up with a very thick jam. But this could also be to do with the fact that bananas do naturally contain some pectin, which probably aided in the thickening process anyway. Now as always, if you like what you saw, let me know down below with a like and a comment. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe for free weekly cooking content, and I will see you all again next week. Thanks for watching.